Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of AoCG, aka Agents of Chaos Gaming, where we fill our time by playing video games. Because why not?
I only play Pokemon. I don't know what a video game is actually.
And for those of you who are new to AoC, I am the guy who's going to be playing this game and knows this way too fucking well, Crunch. And with me, I have my usual cohorts of chaos.
Hello, I'm Cube. And then there's the Scotsman. Say hello.
I'm hiding in a box.
He's in a box. He's doing. I don't know. All I can think of is Gasper for some reason.
I hide in a. I am using the ultimate stealth technique.
Do you remember when there were so many parodies of that?
Of course.
The good old days.
No, or you just have me because funny you mentioned the box ghost. Just like playing Guns of the Patriots is slowly creeping up to an enemy. Little jumps up from box. And the box ghost.
That does actually sound really funny. Okay, yeah, so, and just to, since he mentioned this, just to address everyone's familiarity with the Metal Gear franchise, Scotty and I have both played only one game in the franchise. This one is mine. His was Guns of the Patriots, and then we've watched Let's Plays of the other games. And then QB is going in completely blind.
Yeah, I say I played Guns of the Patriots. Everybody knows Metal Gear Solid is a movie franchise with interactive cutscenes.
It really is.
I mean, I believe it. I'm just going, where's Snake?
Oh yeah, no, like, there is an infamous cutscene in Metal Gear Solid 4 that is literally just a solid hour of cutscene. You literally can just throw your controller off into the corner and just go make a snack and it'll still be playing.
You gotta remember,
it's just a solid hour and 20 minutes of cutscenes, and then all of a sudden it's just.
Here's the thing, gotta remember, it's Kojima.
Yeah,
the guy who made what was it, Death Stranding, and apparently the final cutscene is like a movie. It's like 2 hours.
That's not surprising. Anyway, but no, this particular game, while Konami did have some hand in it, most of it was done by Platinum. Actually, this game is like a very interesting development history to it. If you want to see more about that, I would recommend go watch Fox Cade's video, because he does like a whole breakdown of like this game's development and what happened through it. It's really interesting stuff. Anyway, so before we sorry.
Do you believe in the? Do you want to hear my theory? Kojima wanted to make movies, but instead he made games.
I can believe that at some point. Anyways, just so we're not dawdling on the start screen for too much longer, there is one little Easter egg that this game still carries over. In Konami game tradition, the Konami code is here. And entering it does this.
Metal Gear Rising Revengance.
You get Raiden saying the title of the game, but it also does something else. And I'm going to boot up one of these blank files. We are playing this bad boy from scratch.
I already have a joke prepared once we get to a certain costume in this game.
I think I know the one you speak of. But yeah, one of the bonuses of doing the Konami code is that you get access to the last two difficulties from the gate. You do not want to be playing these straight out the gate, because these two difficulties will kick your ass. Hard. Speaking of, though, the difficulty we will be playing this on is hard.
And, can we subtitle this? Can we subtitle our entire game catalog with just dawdling at the start screen?
That would be funny, wouldn't it?
That's our channel subtitle, dawdling at the start screen.
There's probably some games where we could actually get away with that, too. That's the sad part.
When are we going to play Cuphead?
Oh, don't even.
Putting the World Cup in Africa really did a boom for business.
I know, right?
So far in just 3 short years.
The sign of a strong leader, sir.
No. The will of a strong people.
When even the politicians are admitting, it's like, yeah, no, the people are the key to a country, not us politicians.
And one very able advisor.
Thank you, sir.
That's cute.
Your team deserves credit.
And there's a dude with a number on the back of his head. I like how
Who's
that
number
still
5?
carries over.
Minister.
That whole lightning bolt thing still carries over from the earlier titles.
Opportunists, enablers of war. But you've trained our new army well. Order has returned sooner than expected.
How long until they get destroyed?
Also, just notice that one dude kind of reminds me of Chris Redfield from like
We prefer
Resident Evil 6 or something.
Most of Maverick's contracts
Oh, so yeah, looking at the guys with red caps, are they essentially the red shirts of the game?
They might as well be. Yeah, security in the form of heavy guns and armor.
There's a saying I like.
It's just a shame. Those things may be heavily armoured, but they're not an A10 Warthog.
Sometimes the threat of violence alone
Okay,
is a
then.
deterrent.
That's true.
Sometimes by taking a life.
Crunch knows why I love the A10 Warthog. Because of one YouTuber.
It's the code the samurai left
Can
behind.
you imagine if he had done a video on this game?
What is this heresy?
You are full of surprises, Mr. Lightning Bolt.
I could say the same about you, Mr. Prime Minister.
I'm a Final Fantasy protagonist.
He does kind of look like one, doesn't he?
I'm like Lightning, but better. Also obligatory screw Final Fantasy 13.
Yeah, because, you know, everyone's got to throw one of those in.
I mean, that's why I said obligatory. Hey, do you know where the bar is?
Oh, this man's giving a lot of cosplayers a run for their money with that ass.
Do you think he sculpted his outfit to make sure it would conform to his butt perfectly?
Yes.
Airborne!
I love how that's a 50 cal rapid firing turret. Dodgy.
Alright, everyone out. If one of us couldn't stop him, maybe all of us can.
Reverse! Get us out of here! Leave the cannon fodder to die!
I thought the joke was run away! Run away!
I mean, that works too. That swarmy little smile that he gives.
Who was that? A cyborg. One of our competitors?
That's that face you
We
use.
got hit, sir. A cyborg. Exit comes up.
I'm using the red sword so I know who I kill.
Yes, sir.
RPG!
Ah, shit, a bazooka, they're destroyed.
Oh, they're screwed. I like how they're just running around with machetes, too. With these short-ass little swords.
That's why you never bring a gun to a sword fight.
Stay calm.
Unless you like that one anime dude.
Which anime, dude? There's so many of them that use guns.
Exactly.
He's got friends on our 12.
I feel that could be like a character archetype of its own, guy with a sword.
Pretty much.
Or a guy with a gun.
Also, I still love how he's running around in a suit, but he's barefoot. And his feet,
Well, and
of
he
course,
doesn't
still
exactly
have heels.
have feet.
I know.
I have a case for my sheathed sword and I'm going to unsheath my sword. I am very dramatic.
I know, I love that. It's so stupid, but it's amazing. I freaking love that, how dumb that is.
Let's get this over with.
Also,
Alrighty.
the sword
Here we-
attached to his hip has a nice touch. The Wakizashi face katana.
Yep. Also, for anyone wondering why does Raiden have the heels, it's so he can do stuff like this. He literally holds his sword with his heel.
It's probably also because they were probably just took the shoes off a Bayonetta and was like, well, she's got a heel, so we might as well give him them to Raiden.
Well, I think that's like a holdover from his MGS before design, because he did do silly things with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this is a platinum game, which means lots of hacking and slashing. I mean, it's what they're known for. And this game has like a couple of different very unique mechanics, at least at the time. Nowadays, I feel like a lot of games put stuff into it like this. This being one of them, Blade Mode, where your time slows down and you can just chop the crap out of everything. And actually,
it's like my steak, finely sliced.
and actually going into like development history for this game, I believe this concept was one of the first things that they came up with when they were trying to design this game, and then they tried to basically build the game around it. And also they were trying to put in like some of the old sneaking stuff from Metal Gear Solid, and this was not working out for them very well.
This has been your fun fact of the day with Crunch.
Yeah, I know. Again, I'm not explaining it very well. Go watch that video I was talking about before if you really want to see like a better breakdown for it, but that's one of the more basic things for it. Anyway, so yeah. And here's another fun little bit. You don't even have to bother with these guys at all, actually. You can just chop your way through the gate and get out of here. And move back on the cutscene. Or these guys are actually being badass, holy shit. Random NPCs doing something.
Pacific Rim! Shame about Uprising.
Yeah. There's something that Netflix series.
Everybody loves Raymond.
I think it depends on who you are. Not everyone's into the rimming.
It does look like something from Pacific Rim, actually.
It kind of does, yeah. Like if the, whatever the fuck they were called, were into mechanical kaiju instead of, genetic kaiju.
Disarmed.
I was thinking that.
Disarmed, and this one's about to be beheaded.
I want that sword.
Sword or sword, because it's basically a pair of scissors.
Scissorman!
Now the real question is, does he know proper etiquette to not run with those scissors?
Well, obviously.
Pretty sure he runs and probably spins him around like a chopper blade.
I could see that, actually.
Oh god, it's like in Star Wars Rebels where like the villains would spin their lightsabers around and they'd use them like helicopter blades.
So you're
Oh, I can't believe that was a thing.
What do you want with the Prime Minister?
A lightsaber attack helicopter.
I want that now.
It's just a shame the Inquisitors are boring as fuck.
Oh yeah, they are.
I never got that far into Rebels. I don't think I ever finished Season 1, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Inquisitors are basically the yes men. They just go yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
They were basically like the hunters who went after the Jedi.
Vader's bitch boys.
Yeah.
And girls.
Yeah.
Also, I just realized some of the armor plates on Raiden's body in this version of himself look kind of like plastic because they're see-through.
What would happen if you scanned the barcode on that guy's head?
Just because he's a cyborg, pretty much.
I know, but if you got your phone and you scanned it, what would happen? Also,
that's a good question, actually. Anyway,
it would probably bring up his PMC rates.
Possibly. Oh yeah, first big fight of the game. We get to fight Rey with a bitchin' ass soundtrack. Alright, so your first obvious point of attack would be his legs. If he tries to stomp you, well, you can just parry it. Which is the other big thing that this game has, which I forgot to mention earlier, is the parry mechanic.
You should have gone for the head.
A giant robot named Ray has more personality than certain seconds.
Let's see, if he can actually still do the attack, I might try and get at his head. Yes, he's going for it. Oh, he's not close enough though. There we go. So yeah, you can parry that charge attack he does with his face and blow the armor off the top of his head. Pretty much if you want to kill this thing really fast, it's more or less what you want to do. You want to like parry all of the attacks that he has that you can parry, because then you can just instantly knock off parts of his armor. Or in this particular case, you can knock off his gun. Which you can do to all 4 of them. He has 4 of those turrets on him. You can blow off all of them that way. Also, sometimes he'll do this, where he'll swipe at you with his tail. You can chop this sucker up too. And since I know I haven't done it on this profile yet, achievement! And that you can just dodge under. You can also parry that attack, but that one doesn't actually do any trigger anything if you parry it, so better just get out of the way. And then there's another stomp, yes he is. Parry that. Get the other leg. That out. You actually don't have to like sit there and slash at it too much. You can literally like cut it once or twice and just be done with it.
You know, in time stop in Japanese media, I'm just trying to think of where it goes back to. It's just, I think it started with our old pal.
And finishing move. And this is where the song really kicks up. All the bosses have awesome lyrical tracks. And yep, that part, and boom.
Nice clean cut.
Hell yeah.
Anybody for sushi?
Pose for the camera.
I know. And I got no damage on that too.
Quick, everyone pose.
Yes.
Yeah.
You asking me to pose, my master?
Yes.
Yeah, to get an S rank on that fight, you need to either take no damage or you need to do it in like less than 3 minutes. Because none of the other qualifiers for scoring are in effect in this chapter. Literally, you'll be graded on his speed and damage. Also, if you go down here, where is it? There it is. There is a collectible.
So Riddler trophy.
That is one of the many that this game has. I think there's like 20 or 30 in total. It literally just had a number on the side. I missed it.
How many levels are there of this game?
I think it was like 20 or 20, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like 20 of those hard drives to pick up. And as for your question, QB, there are 7 levels in total.
Okay.
So actually 8 technically, because the prologue is counted as a level 0, but so there's technically 8.
Oh no.
And yes, Ray is still functional because we did not actually finish him off.
More Pacific Rim.
Oh wait, whoops. Get out of the way of that. Forgot about this part. This is the one thing that even with all the hours I've put into it, this attack can sometimes still trip me up. I still occasionally get passed by that. But yeah, now mostly he just attacks with his face, so you can still parry it, and now we take the armor off with his chin. And also a fun little thing here is that if you were unable to get the armor off of the top of his head during the first fight, he'll still have it in this section. But since I already blew it off in the first area, he does not have it anymore.
I mean, it does make sense, as I said, with the same mod, like having the wood area.
Yeah. And now we can take off this. Now, the guns are actually interesting how, like, well, that's one specifically. Even if you blow that one off in the first phase fight, he'll still have it when it gets to this part. It just, like, regenerates for some reason. And also, the ones on his legs will still be there if you weren't able to take them off during the other fight. So you could still potentially have, like, 3 guns coming at you. Actually, no. There they are right there. There's one of them. No, they're both there, I think. Anyway,
professional gamers.
Actually, I think I didn't get one of them earlier, but it doesn't really matter anyway. The guns do like so little damage. There's like no. It's like. Do
you want to know what this reminds? Do you want to know what this reminds me of? Classic game, Sonic Rush.
I've never
If
played
you see-
Sonic Rush, so I'm not sure.
There's like the build of that, like one of the levels of the enemy is standing across there while it tries to hit you and you dodge it. That's
okay.
right in front of you. Yeah, that's a boss thing.
Yeah, my
Also, it
experience
introduced
with Sonic games is not very high.
it introduced us to good old Blaze the cat. He's basically Sonic from another universe who's a cat and a girl.
Yeah, I know of Blaze, but I've never played Sonic Rush.
Oh no, have you ever heard about the whole thing about after introduction she appeared in Sonic 06?
Yeah.
And she has like a completely different backstory.
Yeah, I know of her being in 06. Also, let's
know
just run down a crumbling building. Also, I totally
This-
screwed my S rank there, but whatever. Are you
this
kidding me?
doesn't
How
look-
did I do that?
This doesn't look like Attack on Titan.
Wow.
God damn it, Raiden.
Yeah, so here's a fun point about the checkpoint system in this game, actually. If you end up dying, if you end up dying like that, it does record that, which is kind of annoying because a lot of the checkpoints, or a lot of the boss fights in this game have checkpoints in them. And you can use those to abuse the trying to go for S rank. But if you die and end up having it saved like that, it will still screw you out of it, even if you end up doing what you wanted to do in the first place. So yeah, and because I didn't do it fast enough, I didn't get a rank or S rank either. I don't know what the time is on that one, but yeah. Oh well, I'm not trying to be perfect with this. I'm not quite that good yet. There's some levels which I haven't done S ranks on in my main profile. That face.
Hello.
Ooh, trains.
The hell?
No one told us there was going to be a train running today.
Right? No, jump.
Also, for anyone wondering why he has claws on his hands, drift!
I was gonna say Wolverine, but okay.
Nah, his claws aren't that long. This is very short.
Oh. He has to keep them sharp every day.
I'm really distracted by the plastic on his shoulders. Also, I keep talking over you. What do you think, Scotty?
I was literally just going to say that with the guy going, everybody looking at him going, wait, he can fly? And he just shouts, no, jump, good.
God damn it.
Alright, so, as you can see, there's our villain over there and somebody else on that train car. If you just jump off to hit the train car in front of you, that triggers the next cutscene, but you don't want to do that if you're on your first playthrough because there's a hidden collectible right here. You will literally jump over it if you aren't paying attention. Also, yeah, 20. There's the number right there, so...
Prime Minister.
I love how the one guy is just sitting there, looking so bored.
Too little too late, hero. I won't be needing my little shield here any longer.
Why did you take him in the first place?
Because we needed to get him to this point.
Also, but that's steaming while he does that. Ugh.
What about all the good things war has done for us? Why don't we ever hear speeches about that?
What is it good for?
A common purpose?
He's bored with this. He's like, oh, shut up.
I'm going to bed.
You ain't listening.
Had he done that any lower, he would have chopped this dude's hands clean off.
Yep.
Mind if I got in? All we're saying, give war a chance.
Dab.
Why can't you just like war?
No.
It's so fun.
Also, Raiden's just no.
Anybody for shish kebab?
They're gonna have to go find him later.
He's fine.
He's got a
just
big old
asleep.
hole in his chest.
He is asleep.
I thought you just like you got blood over the suit.
You know how much cleaning this thing's gonna cost?
I love cutscenes.
He's all yours, Sam.
Thankfully, the ones in this game are pretty much like some of the most entertaining schlock ever. Also, this guy also has a pretty killer theme song. And what were you gonna say, Scotty? Ow.
No, I was just having a bloody think there. The guy on the train tracks. Nobody's going to find him ever again.
Probably not. Also, yeah, for the Eagle Eye, because this is actually going a little faster than I was intending it for, there's no health meter for this dude. You cannot actually win this fight.
Your technique lacks something.
So, and there's a cutscene going off, or a checkpoint rather. And as you can also see from my health meter, even when I'm parrying, the damage is still coming in. So,
You still take the damage.
yeah.
I love that.
That being said, though, this is actually still kind of a cool fight, just because it is like, it's just a one-on-one duel, more or less.
Yeah.
But you get people who really sweat this game and are actually able to do this without taking damage for a while.
Now I see.
Probably.
You deny
There's
your weapon is
probably
purpose.
someone who's that good. If you get, imagine if you get good enough at dodging him, you could probably last him for a while, but there's really no point to it, because, yeah, you can't win it.
To bathe in the blood of your enemies, but you hold it back. No. My sword is a tool of justice.
Justice! Justice! Now let me shove it through your face.
Also, I love that they're on a tank full of fuel. Now his sword's on fire.
Isn't this really dangerous? Yes.
I mean, just exploded right there. Also, this dude's gimmick is great. He has a gun sheath. And there goes Raiden's arm.
We already made this a song jokes. God damn it. Now we have proven that the sword is mightier than the pen.
Also, I like how he says not again, because this shit happened to him in MGS4. But yeah,
So
now you're
Raiden-
all jacked up, so because apparently you only have one hand, you now swing like a sissy.
Want to practice first? Gotta try hard at that.
He actually pokes you in the head too, that's funny.
You're no
I like
match
this
for
guy.
me.
Why is your blood like jelly, Raiden?
How have you not run out yet? Ow.
This
So,
is what
it's just a
happens when you
flesh
bring
wound.
tool to a sword fight.
All I have to say is long live the king.
Also, I just noticed Raiden has friggin' barcodes on his shoulders too. That's really funny.
Lucky devil.
Hey, it's backup.
In Mother Russia, you cannot deflect my bullets.
Get to waiting, huh?
Also, there's a classic Metal Gear Solid line.
What about that one meme in Soviet Russia? Pikachu catches you.
If we had a dude that fought with electricity, that would actually be perfect for this. I don't think we have anyone that uses electricity as a primary weapon. As funny as
I
that
don't
would be.
know.
There's a dude with a pretty ridiculous gimmick in this, but not that.
Technically, doesn't Raiden's blade have like electricity running through it?
Down you go.
I mean, technically, but it's not like elementally charged or anything like other games would.
Flash.
Also, I like how Borst is surprised by flares.
So did you find they wouldn't have enough money to buy flares?
I know, right? I think I'm out of blood. Time to take a nap.
Anybody got a PB&J? I need a refill.
Uh,
I need a new arm and a new eye.
yep. And there we go. There is chapter 00 of the prologue of the game. And yeah, even though technically it took like over half an hour, the game only counts for any in-game playtime. So whenever you're actively controlling Raiden, that's the only timer that the game counts.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you can see like there's a whole bunch of different things that you can get graded on, like time, how many BP you get, which is a different thing, your combo, and then the Zandatsu, which is one of the other mechanics that this game has that you can't use yet. And before we call it a level, I want to actually unlock something, but I need to change difficulties for a second, and we are going to skip all this other stuff, because that's spoilers for next episode. Nope, you're not seeing any of that. Nope.
Come back next time for more at the same time and same place, except a different time, probably.
Well, like I said, before we end off, let me just jump back into the save file. Yep, skip all this crap again. One nice thing that I do like about this is, along with much of other Platinum's other titles, is that should you choose to, you can bounce out of the story mode and go back and replay other earlier levels to either like grind for money for extra moves or other things. In this particular case, we're going to replay that level again, but we're doing it on very hard for a very specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to skip all the cutscenes this time around, because you all just saw them.
Again.
So, in true character action game tradition, when you ramp up the difficulty, they start changing up the enemy layout. In this particular case, we have a thing...
Is that Ed 209? Is that Ed 209 there? It looks like Ed 209.
I mean, I can see the comparison, but no, sadly.
Why is Ed 209 not here?
Gosh. This is the perfect game for that, too.
We had 10 seconds to comply.
But yeah, this is an enemy that you'll see in the next chapter. Anyone who's familiar with Metal Gear Solid 4 already knows what this thing is. And how annoying they were in that game. They're not that bad in this game. Of course,
because you didn't have a sword in that game, you had guns. Guns are hard to kill things with.
That is true. Anyway. But yeah, so there's that to deal with. And then this little area up ahead as well also has a new configuration to deal with. Which I'm just going to skip past because fuck this. Because... yeah, those things. Ow. Okay, they wanted to say hi anyway. Well, I'm still ignoring them.
Look, Crunch.
You'll meet with those later.
Give the locals some fun. You gotta meet the locals and interact with them.
I already met the locals. So anyway, yeah, doing this fight again. He is much more aggressive than he is on hard. And of course, he also hits way harder as well. But fighting him is still more or less the same as it was before. You want to just parry anything that he throws at you that you can parry, and then also just, you know, break everything. And in this particular difficulty, you kind of need to break everything that you can, just because he has so much more health. And also, again, if you want to try and get S rank on this one, you definitely need to go for the no damage, because you will not have enough time. Because he bounces around way more than he does on other difficulties. At least that's one thing I've noticed, anyway. But yeah, if you like pay attention to how much health he's losing between when I get off the blade mode attacks, he's losing way less health on this difficulty than he does on hard. Also, I don't know what the hell just happened there. I just got like vacuumed into the center of the area for some reason. Let's back that up. Keep working down his leg.
Keep working on your slicing. You'll improve your technique.
That's the blade. I think he also uses that attack a lot more often in very hard. Also, for some reason, I guess doing that is like they try to recenter you for some reason. It's weird. Yeah. So he likes to keep doing this, but that gives me a chance to do that. So, pop that off, that out of the way. And here comes missiles, which I'm not going to cut these up to get these going at him. Oh, I thought he was going to come at me. Oh yeah, that's one other thing I should note about this level is that this level drops a lot more healing items than the rest of the levels do. Because there is no other way to regain health in this level. The primary way for doing it is involving with that Zandatsu technique, which we'll see on the next level. So this one is just healing drops. Also, something else I want to point out about this level is that this is what I've nicknamed a locked state encounter, more or less. Because unlike other character action games, where if you go back to earlier levels, you'll carry over like any upgrades or items that you've unlocked from progression or buying them in the shop or whatever. This particular area does not let you do that. It locks you into this state as Raiden, which kind of sucks, because it would be fun to just like tear through this as your more powered up self, but you can't do that, unfortunately. There's a few other levels that do that as well. There's a couple of other sections that are set in that locked state, as it were. And I'll point those out when we get to them.
But then it would be too easy, Crunch. If you were to go in full power against this thing.
Oh, I mean, I could kill this thing in probably like 3 seconds with Raiden maxed out. Are you kidding? It'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Especially given one of the power-ups that you get later on. Ow!
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Ray, do your thing. If you're at 0.1, come on. What do you mean go for the leg? He's already damaged. Forrest, I can't bring him down anymore. Okay, I don't know what the game... Okay. For some reason, the game's scripting decided to break on me there. I've never seen it do that before. That's different. The fun things you discover while you're on camera. Anyway, so finishing move time. No matter how many times I hear this song, though, I still never get tired of it. This game just has one of those soundtracks.
Yeah.
Very good. But do not rest easy just yet, huh?
And yeah, I gotta be there. Also, I forgot I can't skip past that. I was hoping I'd just like click the thing and be like, alright, skip. And I was like, right, I can't do that part.
Next. Change places.
Switch!
There, get him.
And then we just get to do this part again, real quick.
Use your ninja band.
Now, thankfully, collectibles carry over between difficulties, so that part I don't have to worry about. It would have been actually kind of funny if they'd like change this section up a bit, just to be like, alright, and now here's just a random enemy to fight. Because really, you can't lose him. You just keep chasing him. Let me just do this part again. Also, I'm going to point out, this is going to be the only level where I'm going to have 2 different playthroughs on the same thing, because Yeah, no. The other levels are way too long for this. This one I can get away with just because it's super short. Also, right laser. I almost let myself get smacked by that thing. Never mind, I got smacked by it anyway.
You may fire when ready.
Yeah, if you want to see, I like how like the first half of this is just me being almost perfect, and then trying to show off on very hard. I'm getting thrashed. Whoops.
I mean, it's called very hard for a reason.
Yeah, this is actually not even kidding. Like probably one of the hardest levels to do on very hard because of that whole locked state reason I mentioned earlier. Because literally every other level you can do as your ultra powered up self. So this is the only one you can't do. And some of the enemies that they throw at you, like the bipeds that we ran across in the first part of the thing. Yeah, they suck on very hard, to put it mildly.
Yeah.
Snap this get some health back, need it. And then of course take some bullet damage. Alright. Blew off all the parts I can do with blade modes. Tear him down. I believe this also takes away like all like the locked state thing also takes away any combos that you unlock as later Raiden 2, which sucks. There's one specific move that you unlock later on that would be very useful for some of this, but you can't access it for some odd reason. I don't know why. And it's literally just one of the dodge mechanics. Alright. Now, see if I can actually redeem myself and not get smacked while running down the clock tower this time. And yeah, like I said, you don't actually have to waste time chopping up into a million pieces. Just a couple cuts and move on. I also should note that his tail is actually still fully intact this time, because he didn't try to use it on me. Also, I just also noticed the clipping for Raiden's sheath right there. Clipping through the wall. That's funny.
Don't get hit by a laser.
No, I said I fell off the building. What? Yeah,
Well,
I used to be able to.
At least you didn't get hit by a laser.
You know, I used to be able to do that flawlessly. It's actually an old running joke in the Let's Play community that's called the Let's Play curse, where you can play perfectly off camera, but as soon as you start recording, you start fucking up. I guess this is just a pristine example of that. It's going to make one of these fights very interesting to see if I end up suffering from that. But yeah, he goes boom. I still get an A rank. I wonder actually what the time is for that, like to actually get a S rank. How fast do you actually have to be on that section? Anyway, skip cutscene and just roll. Just run along and get this part done.
And we're running, and we're running, and running. Well, look at that. Look at the view. It's so nice.
This game actually does look pretty good still for its age. It's from like 2013 and it still looks pretty decent. I think the only like hiccup at this point now is some of the cutscenes look really bad because they're pre-rendered. So like you can see it in some of the things, but anything in the engine actually still looks beautiful. Alright, come on, Sam.
Don't be shy.
Like this part here, this actually still looks like really smooth.
Yeah.
Whereas like all the other cutscenes like look off.
What are you talking about? That guy smiling was perfect.
Anyway. Yeah, I believe his attack patterns also change up a bit, and then very hard as well, but at this point I'm not fighting him long enough to show them off, and I'm not quite that skilled with this. Also, here's something he didn't show off on me earlier. pretty much just flailing wings to finish me.
This reminds me of the opening to a James Bond film.
Which one?
Skyfall.
Oh,
I
haven't watched Fall in a while.
The whole opening is the bit where he's like chasing someone and it ends up on a train, and he ends up getting thrown off a train.
Oh yeah, now I remember that part. And didn't he have that universe's version of Moneypenny with him, and she shot him or something back?
Yeah.
That movie was a thing that happened. Anyway,
It was good. I enjoyed it.
So yeah, got a B rank, but the thing that I was looking for is this. By completing this level on very hard, you unlock access to the suit, which is the thing that Ryder was literally wearing in the first cutscene before he pulled it off.
Well,
But yeah.
It's gotta look smart.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually throw that onto him, and he's going to be running around in that for most of the game. There is one other costume that I know that I'm pretty sure Scotty made a reference to earlier that we'll probably run around with that for an episode or two, but mostly I think I'm just going to do the suit because I think it's funny. Anyway, with that being said, that's enough for this first episode, and we will see you guys next time where we actually continue the story, and we will also be back on hard. I'm not playing through this on very hard.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, do all the things that us YouTubers are obligated to say contractually.
And comment.
Yes, please
say something. Anything.
Yes, please leave us comments. Does my gameplay suck? Or, just
confidence in our abilities.
Have a good time in the comments. Just, be civil.
Right.
Anyway,
Goodbye,
that's it
everyone.
from me. And do my cohorts have anything they want to say?
Goodbye and arrivederci.
Scotty?
Would you like to say anything?
Hello.
Alright, well, later, y'all.